Here are a few things you can do to improve your public speaking and presentation skills on any stage. The first is remember that your communication is not just the words you're saying. Your communication is really five parts. Here's how I break it up: the facial expressions you're communicating with, the body language you're communicating with from the neck down, so that's two, the sound of your voice, that's three, the tone, inflection, stress, accent, rise and fall, and pace of your voice. Then fourth is listening. You're listening even when you're on stage. You're observing. You're making observations about your audience. You're reading the room. And then fifth is, of course, the actual words you use. What most public speakers don't realize is that the audience is going to judge your words based by everything that's not words. So if you can master body language, tone of voice, pausing, your ability to read the room, then your words are going to sound fine, assuming you put together good content. The second thing you can do is lead with your body. Here's why I say lead with your body. In the 1970s, there was a study by a man named Dr. Albert Moravian. Some of you may have heard this, where he tried to determine when there's a discrepancy between body language, sound of voice, and words people use, where do people generally put their focus? And what he determined is that about 57% of the time, or 55% of the time, people will generally believe what your body says more than what your sound of your voice says or your words say. So your body is most significant, and you know this. I mean, if you go into a room and your body language is down, and you say, "Hey, I'm doing great today. I'd love to hang out for coffee today," people are going to believe what your body says more than what your words say. So that's why you have to lead with your body. So make sure that you're in a place physically where you're ready to engage. And then I'd say beyond this, make sure the tone of your voice is strong. People are generally 3 to 4 times more likely to believe the sound of your voice than the meaning of your words if there's a discrepancy. And I use the word discrepancy carefully, because if there's not a discrepancy, that's the best situation, when your body, your voice, and your words are all communicating one thing. That's your goal. But you have to lead that process with your body, because that's where people are looking the most. They're looking at your body language. And then third, I'd say don't speak to perform. Speak to facilitate learning, to create understanding. If you go on stage with the mindset of a performer, trying to impress and put on a show, or make sure that you nail it, or make sure that you execute, I mean, this isn't Broadway. You're on a stage to facilitate learning and understanding. You want people to walk away from your talk different than they were before, and not just different in an artistic sense, but different in the sense of a new body of knowledge, a new insight, some new belief that's going to shape the way they do their own leadership. And so if you go in with the mindset of a performer, you'll think like a performer, and it probably won't go as well as you want. You may nail it, you may express yourself really well, but you want to have the mindset of a teacher and a facilitator, someone to create learning.